Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you the empties that I have for the month of September. Like always, I'm going to try to keep them in categories, so if you're only interested in certain, sections, you can go ahead and skip. But let's go on to skincare slash body care. For this month, I always use sheet masks. Well, I try to. And I used a total of three. The first one is the 20 moly sheet mask that I always tend to use. I much prefer the rice one to this avocado one. I finally finished up the avocado, so that's going to be my last one. It always feels good, and I like using it when I apply lotion. And then here we have the Dr. Jart one that I got also, I believe, in Marshall's. It was in a pack of like 4 or 5, so it was pretty good. More expensive than the Tony Moly's, but still, I like it that this one is a little bit more luxe, thicker, and then the serum, instead of it being like watery and essence like, it's more like creamy and milky. So here's this. As far as like brightening and stuff, I find that they just mainly hydrate my skin. Sometimes I'm a little bit too sticky, so I need to do it like a good while before I go to sleep, so whatever is on my face can absorb. So there's that one. I only have one little sachet, and that is the By Wish Trend UV Defense Moist Cream. So this is SPF 50 plus, PA 4 pluses. I'm not sure what the filters are for this. I was planning to save it when I traveled, which I hardly ever travel. But I'm glad I tried out the sachet because I ended up getting two without knowing if I liked it. But it turns out that this one, I don't like it because it dries down to a matte finish. It feels kind of pasty, so it's not really like an essence, or it's like a lotion where it's really easy to smooth over your face. And I feel like it kind of smells a little bit like there's some American UV filters, because I'm getting a little bit of that traditional sunscreen smell, which I don't get with the Claire's one. So my sister ended up really liking this one. So what we did is we swapped. So I initially had two of these. We already swapped one, so she gave me her Claire's, I gave her the Wish Trend one. And then I'm like, hey, I actually like the other one. And she's like, oh, okay. So now I ended up switching the one I didn't like for the one I did. So yeah, she's going to use that and she prefers this one. So I'm not going to repurchase this again, but it did eventually dry down. I don't have a white cast, but I just don't really enjoy how it feels on my face. I think I'd much prefer to feel more hydrated and slightly shiny looking, but that's fine. And then the next cleanser we have, she ended up giving me this Revectin Skin Essentials Conditioning Cleanser. So this one's just like your basic cleanser. Think of like what is that? CeraVe, the basic cleanser, the Cetaphil. So it doesn't really do much. When my sister gave me this cleanser, it was right around here. So I finished all that up, and then I think it was within the time frame because it says 12 months. I have purchased the big size of this. It comes in a pump, but I don't know. I'm not sure how the price is right now. I haven't bought skincare in a while from online, but I think I would repurchase it if the price is right. Okay, and then I have an essence that I purchased in a 3-pack from Marshall's. It's from the brand CosRx, and it's the Propolis Synergy Toner. So it looks like this one expired July. I don't really have an issue using it after the expiration date, but of course, I'm always going to try to use it. It turns out I miscalculated and I have way too many essences and toners. This one, I would repurchase it. So this one is a slightly thicker toner than some of their other ones, so it's not like you're just splashing water on your face. So it's good, especially I used it when I did exfoliation. I would repurchase that one, but once again, I have too many toners and essences, so not anytime soon. Okay, and so I'm finally making some progress with these indie Etsy shop perfume oils. So this is kind of body care. So I finished up two. The first one is the scent Ouija from Andromeda's Curse. This is their sample. I think I got a 5-pack. I wrote down the fragrance notes in case I forgot, which is bubblegum, cotton candy, and incense. And let me open this one. On Etsy, you can find a lot of these samples. So what you do is you open it and then you apply it, which I think I maybe still had some. Yeah, this one smells super nice on the opening. I get a lot of that cotton candy bubblegum. The only thing is that this dries down and it's really heavy. It almost immediately after like 10-15 minutes turns into a very essence forward fragrance or perfume oil, even though I let it rest. I feel like the longer that I let this rest, I get more of the sweetness on the opening, but it almost immediately dries down. So I feel like if you like Yeah, burning incense. You might like this one if you enjoy the smell. But otherwise, I'm not going to repurchase this one. Also, I feel like whatever base oils that are used, I don't know if it's like apricot, glycerin, I can't think of any oils, coconut oil. I don't really like it too much. And then there is another one that I got. We have Wild Child. So this one is in the scent cherry cola, orange vanilla, and anise. So this one, it's just straight up cherry cola on the opening, which I really like it. It's an interesting scent, especially since I like cherry notes. And wow, this is kind of hard to open. I feel like this would be a little bit hard to wear a little bit, but it's nice. It doesn't smell like a fizzy cherry cola, like a soda can that still has the bubbles. It kind of seems like this cherry cola drink has been open for a while and it's like flat when you pour it out, but in like a nice way because I tend not to like fizzy drinks. Or it could also be like it's a cherry cola, like the Coke bottle gummies, but less juvenile. So again, the reason why I don't picture myself repurchasing it, one, the scent's really hard to wear unless I'm layering it with like Bath and Body Works Firecracker Pop. It's like that dry down that they all kind of smell the same, which I don't really like. Or there's like that, oh, like with soy candles. For me, I pick up on that soy wax scent and whatever fragrance is added, like let's say it's a marshmallow fragrance, I'm always getting that base note of soy. That's kind of an analogy. Let's see. I have a lot of home fragrance, so let me move on to that one. The first one we have is this Nest candle. I did a review on it and I just love this candle. I kind of regret, well, I only have had one of them. So they used to retail for $19.99 and now I think they went up to like 25 or 24.99. So the issue with this one, so it burned pretty much all the way down. The cons to this without being so long and drawn out. This candle did tunnel. I had to do like an aluminum tent. There is a wax discoloration if you might see, or maybe it's a little hard to pick up. This one threw surprisingly pretty okay in my medium-sized bedroom. So I would repurchase this scent. It was in the scent Madagascar Vanilla, I believe, which might be renamed to their other vanilla that they currently have out because this one came out, I think, 2022. Yeah, 2022. So I think the new one is called Madagascar Vanilla. Yeah, this is just like a very luxurious, clean. I just took a shower. I'm lightly perfumed type of scent. I think that if you like vanilla and almond scents, but just leveled up, this will be perfect for you. I'm gonna try to have my sister clean this out because she's better at that than me. Because I do like to reuse these, and I feel like this one's the perfect size for my Bath and Body Works. What's it called? The perfume pens. So hopefully all the ones that I currently have fit in here. But I definitely would repurchase this one. Let's see. Ooh, this is kind of not a candle, but let me just go over this. So this is a Yankee Candle centerpiece that I hauled from Ross. Was it $2.99 or $1.99? So it was $1.99. I initially picked up two of these in the scent vanilla lime. I expected this to be a lot stronger, so I tried it both on two of my wax warmers, but I think it's just the wax that isn't super heavily scented. It smells really nice. Like if you think about it, if you ever had an ice cream man pushing the cart in your childhood or growing up, this smells a lot like a lime popsicle, which used to be 75 cents when I was younger. Now it's like, what, $3 for a popsicle? Yeah, the scent is lovely, but I I tried to cut these in four. So I went like this, and then I plopped one into my wax warmer. I wasn't really getting much. So then I'm like, okay, let me plop in the second one. And I did get more fragrance, but I feel like I get more strength out of my like Walmart cheap cheapy ones versus this much more expensive, or not much more expensive, but more expensive Yankee Candle one. So I think I'm just not a fan of their wax formula, and I don't think that they really perform. But anyways, yeah, that I wouldn't repurchase unless I just love the scent. This scent is okay, but it's not a favorite. And as far as it being vanilla and lime, I think the main note it's probably the lime, but it is sweetened, so it's not super acidic or anything. All right, next we have my car scent thing. I kind of ripped it up I mentioned this in a previous empties, but after a while, I start to like break it up to try to release more of the scent. And this is in the scent Cotton Candy. I have so many backups of these. I will repurchase this again and again. It's kind of kiddish, kind of like powdery. If you think about it, think of Luscious Snow Fairy, very juvenile, but like powdery at the same time. So not really like Bath and Body Works Cotton Candy Clouds or Bubblegum Pop or anything like that. All right, let me try to stick to candles. So here we have a kind of disappointment was, or no, it was a disappointment. I don't know why I'm sugarcoating it. The Milk House Milk and Sugar. So this was the second single wick from their farmhouse collection, I want to say. The first one was Cup of Joe, which I had a way more luck than this one. I still have this wrap plastic thing over the lid is because it tends to get stuck. So if you look at it, there's only a little bit of soot like right around here. I can't tell if that's when I was lighting it or if that was when I extinguished the flame. But it burned almost all the way down. Check that out. And that's just because I left it burning for long periods of time because it took forever to get an even wax pull. Yeah, like there was some mushrooming and some of that fell into the wax. The scent on cold, lovely. It's super milky, sweet, very much like cold milk with granulated white sugar. The problem is that this went through kind of abysmally. So we're talking like a two, three. I don't know what I gave it, but yeah, it was like two or a three. I could basically burn this with any other scent. The only other candle that I've gotten this poor of a performance was maybe the Big Lots candle. I think it was called Seriously Yummy from Real Living, which I'm still warming it. I'm almost done. But I was contemplating warming this one because just the scent is so lovely. So I wouldn't recommend this at all. Maybe if you are warming it instead of lighting it, because burning it is just a headache and I don't want to deal with it. Believe it or not, I got much more strength and throw out of this Nest single wick, and I think this is the 8.1 or 8 ounces, and this one is 13 ounces, and the diameter is also a lot bigger. And then this one, I got it from TJ Maxx, yeah, for $10. With the heat, the price kind of like fades away. So once I lit it the first three times, I thought, oh man, I made a mistake in keeping this. But okay, done. Enough of that. To go on to the next candle, let's see. We have some Yankees that I finished up. I also did reviews on these. The one that I preferred out of, I think all of them, or no, the one that gave me the best strength was probably this blood orange pumpkin. So we're talking like a 6 or 7. But then again, I don't know how you make fall scents weak. The only other weak fall scents that I've encountered is a version of Bath and Body Works. Was it pumpkin vanilla or vanilla pumpkin? But yeah, these Yankee candles attracted a lot of little moths for whatever reason. The scent on cold is pretty good. It's just not up my alley. I'm not the biggest fan of pumpkin or anything with too heavy spices. There is some orange in here. It's almost as if you are like warming spices, but it's not super cozy or anything. It just kind of reminds me of like potpourri, but in the nicest of ways. The ones that have the dried oranges slices along with the other fall decor. So this one was okay. I did notice that to extinguish these, they do produce a lot of soot. So not visibly when I see them, but definitely when I extinguish them. So that was kind of eh. For all my Yankees, I noticed that I can pretty much trim these wicks to oblivion and they'll still somehow survive. I don't advocate that, but yeah, that's a plus that I liked about it. I wouldn't repurchase this one, but I think out of the other Yankee candle that I'm going to show and this one, this would definitely be the one that I prefer, but not my favorite from that order that I placed. So there is that one. And then we have like the biggest scent disappointment. I shouldn't have bought this, but I wanted to review it for whatever reason, and I don't even know why because banana scents have to be done a certain way for me to like it. But we have the Boo Nana Toffee, and it's such a shame because it's so cute. Like you have these little ghosts like running around. For Yankee, they have like you're able to see the wick clips. They're exposed in case you don't really like that. But okay. This smells like a muddied, like murky banana. If you think about toffee, I would say it leans kind of like butterscotch caramelly. So there's like a sense of dense, like, yeah, like denseness. Is that a word to it? But if this was a food at a party, this would be left over and no one would want it. I just don't really like it. And also, the performance was kind of, so towards the end, my wicks really traveled, so I had to get a toothpick and kind of push it back. But then after a while, I'm just like, whatever. But yeah, not a lot of wax discoloration in either of these. Again, it attracted a lot of little moths. Yeah, that's just the scent is just not it. I would say this is one of the kind of worst scents I smelled in a while. Maybe it's because I don't like banana. I don't know. For all I know, people really like banana toffee from Yankee Candle, but I saw that there was another, what is it? Pumpkin banana bread, pumpkin banana scone. I'm not too familiar with Yankee, but I would have much rather have tried that one because I think it had better reviews. This one is a new scent for 2023, so I really took a gamble and I'm glad it is out of my life. Okay, next, I finally finished it. This was the one that I think was in my, I guess, pile that I didn't dislike the most. I don't know, just Kringle wasn't for me. So while I didn't hate this one, I feel like I didn't really like it. Initially, I got a pretty authentic blueberry muffin scent. But then for some reason, I'm getting this like lemon citrus note that is just really throwing me off and shouldn't be there. And it almost leans a little bit sour. Like if you have, like how some blueberry yogurt candles smell, they tend to lean a little bit sour. And I'm just like, what happened to the muffin or like all the bread notes in here? So we still have some wax clinging on, which I don't really care for, but I don't mind. And there's how it looks. It kind of burned all the way down. I've been seeing people's hauls, and I was under the impression that they were supposed to put like scent notes at the bottom, but it seems like that's still not a thing except for the 3 wicks. I could be wrong, but yeah, that's a bummer too. I'm so glad. I'm trying to work my way to burning all of these, but honestly, I kind of put this in my sister's room because I picked up a little bit of that like sour yogurt smell from this blueberry muffin. It wasn't anything that I would want to eat, or I wasn't hungry when I burned this. I was just like, oh, okay, I just need to power through this candle. So I wouldn't repurchase that one. I definitely wouldn't repurchase banana toffee if I didn't mention it. Milk and sugar wouldn't repurchase it. And the blood orange pumpkin, I think I could maybe recommend, but I feel like you've smelled this before and you can maybe buy it cheaper from somewhere else. Yeah, so I don't know when's the next time I'm going to try Kringle. Maybe I'll have to be like very on top of watching reviews. But I don't know. People said that this one was good, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just picking up something that they're not. But yeah, I'll give Kringle another chance maybe next year because right now I placed another order for homeworks and I need to make room for that. Okay, last item for the home fragrance category. We have a reed diffuser from what is this? Room 1019 and the scent Citrus Blossom. So it's a reed diffuser and it has these black reeds that I really love. So this was in my sister's room, and despite the fact that she doesn't really flip her reeds, which helps disperse the scent and just kind of refreshes it and makes the oils travel more often, I think. Her room is also hotter than where the other reed diffusers are, so it really helps disperse the scent. And yeah, this is just kind of like run of the mill. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like something that, I don't know, Febreze or Glade would come up with. It was $6.99 or $7.99, so I'm not super mad at that. I wouldn't repurchase it. I think next time or going forward, I'm going to try to get just lavender scents, like lemon scents, because those are the ones that people tend to enjoy. But yeah, that citrus blossom wasn't my favorite. I would say it was like a low medium. They're not meant to scent your entire room, they're just meant for a corner. I think that's it for home fragrance. Let me just do a quick scan. Yes, that is. And did I mention I really like this Nest candle? I feel like I was a little bit harsh on it, but then I was burning all these other candles that I was like meh about. But okay, let's go on to the miscellaneous section. This should be pretty quick. So we have a Glide Advance dental floss. So I honestly don't really like this, but my family prefers this one because The type of floss that I like is a lot thicker and it's almost like round. This one's more of like a flat rectangle, and I feel like I just need more. I just need more than that. So I'm not gonna repurchase that, but I use it when it's there. I need to make a trip to Walmart. Speaking of Walmart, I finished up this Crest 3D White. I really like it. This is a consistency. I don't know if they still sell this toothpaste, but it's a like a gel, but it's not just like a straight up gel. There's a little bit of cream added to it. This was like way past expired because we got it at Costco and I guess no one liked it except for myself. So now I just need to buy the singles or the double packs at Walmart because I could purchase it at Costco, but I can't finish it by myself because everyone already has their preference in toothpaste. But I definitely would repurchase it if they just sell it by itself. Okay, and the next one is we have some vitamin gummies. So here we have the Be Happy Be You. What is this? Propolis, elderberry. I'm going to skip that word. Vitamin C and zinc. This is the immune system support. And I feel like these gummies kind of lied to me because I met up with my friend, but she called me and told me, like, hey, I'm kind of sick. I have a cold. Do you still want to meet up? I said, yeah, I'm taking these like immunity gummies. I'm not going to get sick. And then what do you know? I got sick. I mean, I got over it after like 2 days, so maybe they were helping, maybe they weren't. The flavor wasn't the best. I want to say it's like raspberry. Yeah, they were a little bit hard too. I think it was because they were going to expire soon ish. So this was March 2024 and I got it for about $4 and I think they were originally $9.99. So that's a pretty good price. I do prefer gummies over just pills. I'm currently taking some that it like dissolves in your mouth before you swallow it, and it's just horrible. So I'm gonna look out for more gummies. I think I would repurchase that one. I would check the expiration date and just make sure it's sealed because you know what? Actually, no, I wouldn't repurchase it because I feel like it didn't really do much. All right, so those are all my empties for the month of September. Thank you so much for watching and hope you have a great day. Okay, bye.